Hello and welcome to this video. Okay, now in this video I'm going to show you the capabilities of the AI generator within Artistly, or more specifically the advanced AI designer. Okay, so first of all, let's just say we had a template. Okay, we choose any template like so. I confirm it, and once it's confirmed, you can see now this window has now appeared. Okay, so AI generate an image using AI. So we've got two specific tabs. Okay, we have the image generator and we have Mirror Magic. So we're not going to focus on Mirror Magic right now. Our main focus in this tutorial video is looking at the image generator. So when you select a template, if you're going to be creating a template, or even if you're building something from scratch, okay, this framework that I'm going to walk you through will be exactly the same. Okay, so first of all, we have this image like so. Now, as you scroll down, it'll actually allow you to select the image size, okay, the aspect ratio that you would like, whether it's 1:1, 3:4, or 16:9. So typically, you know, things like YouTube thumbnails and for TV devices, etc., etc. And then we have 9:16, which predominantly people would use for mobile devices, okay, for that mobile aspect. Now, as you scroll down, you will see a preset prompt in relation to this graphic. So you can use this graphic as is. However, if you want to create something that's truly unique and that's not the template that everybody has access to, you know, you can use as is. That's not a problem. The prompt here will allow you to generate a brand new image based on the prompt here that will be in relation to the image you can see now. So keep pest out for good and schedule now. So what's fascinating about the prompt here, as you scroll through the prompt, you will see within speech marks like so, which I'll highlight with the mouse, keep pests out for good. Okay, we have that text that relates to keep pests out for good, and then we've got the second text that's visible in the image, schedule now, and then we have schedule now also within the markings. Okay, so these two aspects are directly allowing you or instructing you, if you so desire, to change that text because that's in relation to what you're seeing on the image. So you have a choice. You can make those changes, text changes, and they will be inputted like so. So also, I'll draw your attention to this icon. So magic prompt. Now here we have a very simple prompt. Okay, so this is the prompt essentially that we're seeing here. That we've got create a professional pest control service, and it ends with colors. Okay, keep pests out for good and schedule now button. So what we're seeing here in this prompt is what we're seeing in this section here. Okay, this tab called magic prompt. So just imagine now, if you create a short prompt, very short prompt, even if it was one line saying, look, I want to create a professional pest control service ad, and I want some text on there, and you create something similar, this will allow, the magic prompt will allow you to further enhance that initial prompt. So if I go ahead and select enhance, give this a few moments, and what it'll do, it'll comprehensively really extend out that prompt to give you something much more comprehensive essentially. Okay, so you can really go in there and modify things specifically. So this really does map out a much bigger prompt because it's all about the prompt. The better the prompt is, the clearer the prompt is in instructions, that will then instruct AI to build a more significant graphic to your input, your desires. So exactly what you want, we can actually map that out more specifically, whether it's colors, the background, maybe how many people you want in the screen, anything to do with the picture, we can modify it. So here we can see it's actually gone ahead and is expanded upon it, also incorporating keep pests out for good. It's still there, schedule now, but everything else around it, the ad should prominently feature a technician in a crisp or white uniform inspecting the home's exterior with a state-of-the-art thermal imaging camera. Now things like this, white uniform, we could change colors if we wanted to, okay, or we could go ahead and we can create that image, or you also have another option if you want to go and instead of redoing the entire prompt, if we go to edit prompt with AI, so just imagine you're happy with this prompt, you can just give it specific instructions. Look, replace the white uniform with a red uniform. Okay, change the background from one location to another location, and you would specify what kind of location, and then you could further enhance the prompt you already have, because sometimes it may be a case you don't want to rewrite the entire prompt. You're quite happy with the prompt, but you want to just keep it more concise and more direct instead of having to go and work on the entire prompt. And once you're happy with that, with those options, simply go ahead and generate image. Now, once you go ahead and generate image, you will see now it is in the processing stage. And what it'll do, it'll take that extensive prompt, okay, that we've taken, we had in the initial prompt. And remember, even if you created a simple prompt, you could enhance it. And with the image, if you wanted to make further modifications, you could simply come back and you could edit that prompt, okay, to really build upon it. And here we have now the brand new prompt. So keep press out for good. If I select it, you can see that is now there. And remember, things like here where we can see there's some placeholder text, we can either remove that, or we can do text editor and extract that text, or we could go back to our prompt and say remove any other text that we don't need, okay, especially in relation to this dummy text here. So we have that ability to go ahead and modify and make those changes. Just to kind of show you, if I go to object remover, you can see now if I wanted to, I could just remove all of this, okay, and any other placeholder text, and go ahead and remove, and it will go ahead and process that. And as I've instructed, these are the elements I want to remove. It should, okay, go ahead and remove that for us. So we'll give that a few moments, let it load, and just like that, we are good to go. So I've selected that now, and here we have a nice polished example of that. Now, furthermore, if I want to go a little bit more advanced, there's nothing stopping us from going ahead and doing smart expand. If I want to make this much bigger or smaller, we have that ability to do so. I could resize that. So just remember with this, with the smart expand function, it's a powerful function that even if you have the base foundation image here, what smart will expand will do is it will allow it to extend the scene beyond what was in the original. So if I select it here, we can see now there's an extended version of it. So now you can see that wall has now been extended, and also to the right of him. And it keeps a nice, seamless, natural extension of the entire scene without making it look abrupt. And it makes it look like it was already there, and that's how it should be, okay? So very powerful feature indeed. And we have other things like in painting, which there will be other tutorials. So if I want to make any adjustments and edits to his beard or any kind of elements, maybe a change of the color of his clothing, I can do that using in painting. Or ultimately, if I come back to the AI designer here, I can go ahead and make those changes within Magic Prompt, or more specifically using the rewrite prompt with the AI, I could go ahead and change his uniform from white to red. Okay, so just a quick recap in this video. So say for example, if I was starting from scratch, I'll show you another example actually, so you get kind of a better idea, so you can see how I edited that text as well. So if I went to the AI section, let's get rid of this. So create an ad for roofing with text on the screen on the ad that says 50% off. Okay, let's just keep it like that. And if I go to Magic Prompt now, I can enhance that. Okay, so I can make that prompt, even though it's literally a line and a half I created. All right, if I really want to become more further enhance my graphic and make it really look amazing, I can go ahead now and look how that's completely enhanced that prompt using the Magic Prompt extender. Now, also additionally, I can go and edit that prompt if there's anything I want to change, like say for example, here's some placeholders. Change if you had a cat, change it to a bird. If you want to replace the road with a pond, anything you want to change in the environment or the object or the coloring, etc., that's something we can do. And for this, I'll go ahead and let's go ahead and generate, and then again we will allow time for processing. And based on that very simple prompt that I created, I extended it, and then I can create a graphic from there. So once it creates that graphic, remember, you still have the option of going back to that graphic, and if you're happy with it, you can keep that prompt intact, and you could just edit the prompt with concise, specific instructions instead of changing everything around. And check this out. Okay, 50% off, and yes, it's gone ahead and given me all this extra text. If I want, very simply, I could go back and make the changes to the text that is placed for me. That will be all in the prompt. If I want, I would have to go and change that. Or alternately, we can go ahead and we can do object remover, just like we've done before. And then we can add the text ourselves, essentially, okay? So what that means is, if I just went like this, let me show you actually an example. Let's remove. So remember, we also have the text ability there, okay, that we can go ahead and add our own text. So if we want more specifics, we have that ability to add our own text and font, and there will be some editing capabilities where we can change it from bold font, bold, italic, and change the size of the font as well. So let's give it a few moments and check this out. Okay, so we have now that graphic there. Okay, and if I want, I come to the text section. Let's go ahead and do a heading here, and just like that, if I want, I can change that text. I can put a different font as an example. I could increase the size, or alternately I can also add other aspects to it. So let's just get this a little bit bigger. So yes, I'm just showing you this just to demonstrate it, but you get the gist of it, right? Okay, and also we can change things around how we want it to appear. We can also add a drop shadow on that. Any strikes, we can add different layers. We're not just confined just to text. We can add more images. We can change the coloring of the text if we so desire. Whatever it may be, we have that ability. Especially if you're adding more layers, more items, then we can move things back and forward, or we can add opacity as well. Okay, so great, amazing tools there, and you can also duplicate things if you wanted to add more instead of having to do it all from scratch. So hopefully you have seen the power and benefit of using this section when it comes to the AI capabilities here. So you can start simply with one line, have it enhanced, okay, using AI. Let AI become the expert designer here, and then you can make those small edits or instructions via the magic wand, I like to call it, okay, the edit prompt with the AI section, and you can instruct it specifics and be concise with exactly, maybe slight alterations you want to change. So apart from that, hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and I shall see you in another video.